Hi friends, this is John from Conscious Beginnings coming to you with the part 2 of our video series, How to Deal with Stress. And today we're going to talk about what is stress and how does it impact our body. Now the reason why this is important is it really starts with a sense of self-awareness. Whenever we want to change something in our lives, reduce our levels of stress, we need to be aware of what is happening within ourselves. So let's start with the definition of what stress really is. According to Australian Psychological Association, stress occurs when perceived demands on, it's on your life, relationships, maybe work-related or health. When those demands, perceived demands, exceed your ability to cope with them. And the key word here is perception. Now, each time when we're faced with a task or when we're going through a situation like the COVID-19, our mind jumps in and starts making assumptions. It starts labeling the situation, labeling the task with labels such as good, bad, challenging, difficult, extremely difficult. Oh my God, I can't cope with this. Now, whenever our minds make these assumptions and judgments about what we're facing, we can activate our stress response in the body. So stress response, in other words, fight or flight response, is a really important part of this survival system that we all have, and it has been serving us really well. It's great when we are in physical danger. So if you're chased by a violent animal, or if we have to fight our way out because there is no other way, this is great because it keeps us alive. Now, stress response is activated in our brain. So I'm just going to give you a very, very quick model of our brain, okay? Our brain is multi-layered. So if you think that this is my brain, this is the hand model of my brain, the first level is the brainstem, okay? And in this level, it's your heart rate, it's your blood flow, it's your breathing. It's all automated for you, and luckily we don't have to actually consciously make ourselves breathe. Yeah, it's all done for us. Level 1. Level 2 is the emotional brain, or it's the limbic system. And the stress response is actually controlled from this place. There's a little spot called amygdala here in your limbic system, in your emotional brain. And whenever your mind notices an imminent threat, either real or perceived, it can trigger the stress response. Now, on top of this, we have something called the prefrontal cortex. Now, this is the smart brain. This is the brain that is responsible for logic, decision-making, creativity, thinking, analyzing, problem solving, all the good stuff that we actually need to be effective in crisis situations like this. However, survival comes first. So what happens when we are actually stressed is we kind of lose we lose the lid. We just flip out. This looks like that literally in our brain. We go like this, boom. Because the amygdala activated the stress response. So your body is getting ready to either run away or fight. And there are lots of biological changes happening when we have the stress response activated. Your stress hormones get released, adrenaline and cortisol. Your heart rate goes up. We start breathing faster and shallower. And the only reason is that we basically push the blood to our muscles, so we have the maximum power to face the imminent danger. Now, it's a wonderful system. It keeps us alive in nature when we were in real danger. And it's supposed to last anywhere between maybe 3 to 5 minutes, because within that time, we are either escaped the danger and we're in safety, or maybe we haven't. So then we don't have to worry about this because we'll be dead, okay, if we're operating in nature. Now, unfortunately, as human beings, we can activate this stress response by thought alone. So it doesn't have to be any real threat in your environment, but you can think worrisome thoughts, project into the future and start thinking about, oh my God, what's going to happen in 3 months from now, in 3 years from now. So what you're doing is you're actually flipping the lid, losing part of your brain that is really important to help you supported, grounded, so that you can start making informed decisions. We're losing that part of our brain and we become really emotional. So the survival emotions are fear, worry, and anxiety. And according to Dr. Joe Dispenza, 70% of the time, we are actually living with these emotions, 70% of the time. Now, why this is important? If we are constantly putting ourselves under stress response, it will take a toll. It lowers our immune system. We can start experiencing cardiovascular issues because your body doesn't get the chance to rest and repair. It's almost looking for danger all the time, trying to figure out what can go wrong. So by activating through mindfulness or some breathing techniques, we can actually start activating our smart brain, the prefrontal cortex once again, and we can start making some informed choices. So the first step is really becoming aware of, how do I feel? When am I stressed? I work with a lot of clients and sometimes they actually didn't even know that they had been operating under stress because it just became their normal. They just go to work, they work, they're really high achievers, and they have no idea that they are stressed up to their eyeballs. So let's do a very quick activity of awareness. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to just scan your body from head to toe. You can close your eyes or you can lower your gaze. Let's slow our breath down a little bit. And let's start noticing any tension or stress that you may be feeling in your body at this moment. Especially checking the areas around your jaw, around your neck, around your shoulders. These are some of the major areas where we hold our tension and stress. Also checking your gut, maybe checking your chest, just to see if there is anything. If there is any tension, if there is any pain, if there is any tightness. So scanning your body from head to toe. And this is really the first step. We're cultivating awareness of our body. How does my body feel? Am I stressed? How does stress actually show up in my body? So that when I know what happens in my body when I'm stressed, then I can actually start doing something about it. So awareness is basically level 1 of making any change. If I'm not aware that I'm even stressed, I can't do anything about this because I'm not aware. So this is our step 1, just scanning your body, noticing the areas that you're holding your stress, and also becoming aware of your mental chatter. What kind of thoughts are you having right now? Are your thoughts feeding your stress? Are they maybe worry thoughts, anxiety-provoking thoughts, catastrophizing thoughts? Or are your thoughts helping you to lower your levels of stress? Maybe you're saying to yourself, you know what, in this moment I'm safe, I'm okay. So please remember, friends, first step is self-awareness. Once we're self-aware of what happens in my body, or in your body in this case, when you're stressed, then we can start working with that. And more on this is going to happen tomorrow when we look at how do we effectively deal with stress. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a stress-free day.